Hello everyone. Today's video tutorial will cover installing the Locomotive CMS Wagon and its dependencies on Mac OS X. The first dependency we need to install is ImageMagick, a powerful image manipulation library. Since one of the easiest ways to install ImageMagick is the excellent Mac package manager, Homebrew, first we'll install Homebrew, and then we'll use Homebrew to install ImageMagick. To get started, we will need the GCC compiler. The best way to install that on Mac OS X is through Xcode, which you can download for free from the Mac App Store. So let's go ahead and open up the App Store from the Applications folder and type in Xcode. And it's free, so you can just click that button to install it. It will ask for your Apple ID and password. And it will take several minutes to install. Once it's done installing, let's go ahead and open up Xcode. The first time you launch Xcode, you will have to agree to the license agreement and just click this install button down at the bottom and type in your password. And go ahead and click Start Using Xcode, and now go to the Preferences menu under Xcode at the top and click on Downloads. And then click the Install button next to Command Line Tools and type in your password. This will also take several minutes to install, but once that's done, we're done. So you can go ahead and quit Xcode. Now we're going to open the terminal. So go to Application, Utilities, and open the Terminal app. If you go to the Homebrew website, brew.sh, and scroll to the bottom of the page, they provide some text that you can copy to install Homebrew. So let's copy that and paste it into the terminal. Once we click Enter, this will start installing Homebrew, and it will ask for your password. After Homebrew installs, they recommend you run the brew doctor command. This will check for any potential conflicts with your system. Well, seems everything looks good. Now let's install ImageMagick with the brew install ImageMagick command. Note that here, ImageMagick is all lowercase, all one word, and has a K at the end. Okay, looks like that installed. We're ready to go to the next step. Ruby is the programming language that Locomotive CMS Wagon is written in. Actually, Mac OS X ships with Ruby installed, but if you open up the terminal and type Ruby option V, as you can see, Mac OS X ships with version 1.8.7, but Locomotive CMS Wagon requires version 1.9.3 or higher. Since it's probably not a good idea to remove the system's native Ruby, we are going to use Ruby Version Manager, or RVM, to install an additional version of Ruby. RVM is a tool that allows you to install multiple versions of Ruby on your system and switch between them. If you go to the RVM website, rvm.io, and scroll down a little, you'll see some text that you can copy and paste into the terminal to install RVM. So let's go ahead and copy that text, open the terminal, and paste the command in. Running this command will install RVM. After RVM finishes installing, you'll notice the output gives us a source command that we need to run. Let's go ahead and copy that, paste it in, and run the command. Now we're ready to go. Run RVM list to show what rubies are currently installed. We don't have any yet, so let's run RVM list known. This shows all available rubies that we can download. If you scroll up towards the top, you'll notice Ruby 2.0.0. This is the Ruby that we'll be installing today. Type in rvm install ruby-2.0.0 and click Enter. This will download the Ruby source and compile it for your system. Once it finishes installing, let's again check what versions of Ruby are installed for RVM. using the rvm list command. Okay, it looks like Ruby 2.0.0 installed and is set as our default Ruby, so we're good to go. Wagon has two more dependencies, bundler and rake, both of which are Ruby gems. Gems are a packaging system for Ruby. We can install gems using the gem command. Let's start by installing rake. Type gem, install, rake, and click enter. We can install bundler in the same way. Alright, it looks like they're both installed. And finally, we are ready to install Wagon itself. Like bundler and rake, Wagon is a Ruby gem, so we can install it with the gem command. Type gem install locomotive cms _ wagon and click enter. Once it's done, Wagon is ready to use, and you can start creating your first locomotive CMS site.